This is Gladiolus.
Hi.
And, and I'm Elena.
And I'm Michelle.
I'm a 3D artist.
And I'm a 3D sister.
It's good. So this is the second birth month flower for August. And I looked it up in my floriography book, not Googling it. So one of the versions of what it could mean is you pierce my heart.
Oh.
Because it's supposed to look kind of like a spear, I think.
Oh, like in a bad way?
I think, I don't know. I thought of it in a good way.
Okay.
But I don't know. They don't have intonation in these words. Gosh, what if it is a dual meaning and you have to be like, all right, so are you mad at me? Or are you really happy with me?
What's the tea? I feel like you're getting done too fast. How did we get here?
I just blocked it out first.
It was too quick.
Michelle, it's a simple block out, and then that means I can move on and just know where I'm going to place things later.
What, you think you're better than me?
Not at all. You're the one who brought it up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's see. I had some thoughts. I don't have any real anecdotes this week, but I was looking at, I have a 3D printer now, and I've been fiddling around with it, printing different things. And it was funny because I remember someone was setting up their ventilation system for it, or they were doing something with their printer, and they were like, I feel like I'm going to be put on a watch list for all these things I keep ordering. And I thought that was funny at the time, but then it's like, yeah, I do keep ordering 95% ethyl alcohol, that's suspicious. And then a gas mask is what does this chick need all these things for?
But of course it's all under my name, thanks.
Oh yeah. but it's my card.
Yeah.
So they'll trace it back no, it's not Michelle, it's the sister. And now that I'm realizing how much alcohol I will need to use for all this stuff, it's I need more of it. I'm going to just be more and more suspicious. But it's all worth it. Yeah, this other thing I need to order soon is see, I got a cheapo thing of just necklace chains from Amazon. It was 100 for $8 or something like that. So I kind of knew what I was buying wasn't going to be good, but I had some hopes. But I've tested out the chains on my pendants, and they really just they don't hold up.
Oh.
So I keep thinking, what else can I use? I don't want to sell something that's gonna be broken right away, and that someone who buys a pendant would potentially lose their pendant because it just falls off their neck. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking about, I know that Eric's necklaces from the place he worked, they had faux leather.
Yeah.
I like that because that's sturdy, and my thing has never come apart on me. And I know that some place was recommending silk or nylon thread, and I don't know. So it's I'm going to be looking into things. If anyone has any expertise on this, let me know what I should tie, because I've decided I'm not going to go with the linked chain necklaces anymore. I'm just going to do only string, thick string, good string.
You gotta find the way to tie it, too, the way that Eric does it with the tighten and it stays in one.
I have done that before. I've done it with my own hands.
You gotta figure it out.
I know how to do it. I know I can figure it out again.
Just find a tutorial or
Oh
something.
my goodness. It's not a square knot, because those aren't adjustable, but it's something that reminds me of a square knot, where it's opposite of what you would do. I know how to, I'll Google it again.
I'll send you some links.
No. I didn't ask for help.
I was just thinking about Eric's, because I had a necklace that I just wore as an anklet, and I wore it for about a whole year consecutive. I didn't take it off to shower or whatnot, and I remember it being a constant, I loved it and I wanted to wear it, but whenever I sat down in such a way, it would always dig into the bone on my ankle, and I had to be conscious of that, but every single time I sat down I had to re-figure it out.
Yes.
But yeah, I liked wearing it.
Yeah, I had an anklet I wore for a while before it just got a little too ratty, because it was a similar one. It was just tie it on and keep it there for years, however long it lasts. And eventually it fell off. But it felt I knew it was behind my bed, and so I just I kept it there until we moved house. I remembered it though. It was so aware of it being, that's where I was putting it. It's the special drawer. It just happens to be behind my bed, and
it's
there's
not
no
lost if you know
drawer.
where it is. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, I've had a good number of bracelets that I've kept for so many years. There was one that I had all of Felicity's life. I loved it, but then that one also dissolved at some point.
Yeah, I was young when I was introduced to the concept of a wish bracelet. You put it on at a friend's birthday party, and when it falls out, that's when your wish comes true.
Oh.
So I was thinking about Eric's anklet. It's that thing wasn't meant to be put onto my ankle. So it was really hard to get onto my ankle. Like I had to like stretch it over, follow my foot. But it was reminding me of the jade bracelets I've been seeing on Instagram. I was like, I'm so curious. Like I want to wear it until it breaks and falls off.
Yes.
Because it's the same kind of concept, right? Like good luck or make a wish.
Well, I don't know nothing about that. I never even heard of a wish bracelet until this very night.
Oh.
You didn't tell me about it after your birthday party hangout.
Maybe it was more like a superstition or like a silly bonding thing. Like anything you make with your friends, you can make a wish with it.
Yeah, as long as you believe hard enough.
Or someone said it and it was just like, okay, we're gonna go with that. And now maybe it's not a thing. I would have crushed my dreams and all my wishes I made.
I think that would put a more positive spin on it, because all I had when I broke my bracelets that I had for years was just disappointment that I didn't have them anymore. If it were something to look forward to, then I wouldn't have minded so much.
Well,
but I didn't make a wish for them, you know?
That's your mistake.
But then again, what wish could I have made that would still be relevant 5 years later? I don't know. But yeah, I've been thinking about those jade bracelets we've been seeing. Because we saw the one where it was cute, like it was a whole group activity to get it on. There was this other one I saw where this girl was putting it on, and she was saying when you're looking for them at the store, you see if they fit around your 3 first fingers, and just that's the indicator. So I want one, because I'm good at wearing bracelets forever and ever, amen. And I don't have any these days.
Let's do it.
Okay, where can we go? There's not a Chinatown around us.
I don't know. I guess internet.
I want to use that girl's knowledge, though, of the 3 fingers.
Go to your friends in LA.
Oh my gosh.
And then get us some.
Spoiler alert. They don't know I'm kind of thinking about that. But I also don't think any of them were watching my videos. I know that, like, Ash has access to this channel. Ash has watched my videos before. And I feel like Taylor has, maybe. But I also feel like Taylor or Ash would have said something if either of them had been watching it. So, I don't know. If I have actual real-life friends of mine who are watching my videos still, just, like, tell me. Tell me you've been listening to my voice and listening to me talk to my sister. I'm so curious now.
I saw this Instagram that it was a group, like, you know that one Instagram where it was, like, someone was saying how they think of math in their head. Like, how would you subtract or multiply or whatever it was.
Yes.
And there were different people answering. I saw one. I didn't want to send it to you because, like, I didn't want to put the image in your head. But also, you're not, like, a visual thinker. But they were, that's not an insult. They all had a different drawing of what they thought of for the months of the year.
Okay, I did see that one. And I was disappointed that I had watched it because I can't think of what I would imagine. I don't know if I need to visualize it.
If I think about the months, I just think of them in a line, like a straight down, January top down. So it's nothing special, but I was wondering... And I guess that's the answer.
Yeah. I liked the girl who imagined it as a clock because it made sense. It's like 12 hours in a section of a day and 12 months. It's very seamless.
It's just so odd that they all had answers, though.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't have an answer now because you ruined my answer.
Yeah.
Whatever was a natural response. And then the one that had, like, the weird squares that, like, went up.
Yeah.
Cute.
I loved her. Like, her defense, like, she was so, she believed in it so wholeheartedly. Gosh, I hope I find that again. If I find it, I will put a link to it in the description so you guys know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Gosh, I feel like I had a thought when it came to that. Oh, yeah. When you were saying, like, I'm not a visual whatever, it's like, it just makes me glad that we don't have dumb fights anymore about... Because that was the thing. I feel like it clicked in both of our heads at some point a few years ago. That's like, the reason we're arguing is because you're telling me a story and I can't picture it. And I don't know, I just remember distinctly there were some times when I could see you getting a little frustrated, but then you just like, you pulled out a whiteboard and you started drawing it out for me. And then it was like, now I see exactly what you're talking about. And it's not like you were explaining about it. It's just like, I just can't picture it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, that decreased our fights 100%. That was it.
I guess so. I haven't really thought about the missing ingredients.
And like, I feel like that realization also made me realize... Okay, because I've always had this thought that, like, whenever I tell stories about me in a driving scenario, I try to be pretty succinct about it because I feel like it's boring. And if I want to tell the story, like, I better make it a few sentences just because it's not going to be worth it to anybody. But I'm biased because that's how I feel about other people's driving stories because I can't picture where the cars are.
Oh.
You know? So it's like if everyone drew out a diagram for me about their car situation, like, oh, I was trying to turn left and this car went over here. It's like, I can't see any of that, just draw it for me, and then maybe I'll be interested.
Well, what if when we're in the car and I'm pointing at the lanes, does that help you visualize? I feel like, yeah, people are doing something weird at it. Yeah, we were all trying to turn right, and the car in front of me wasn't turning. But then I saw 2 cars from the left lane on the other side turn, blocking the lane that would have been the crashing lane of this car that was trying to turn.
So I can get there a little bit. I think because I can see your hands, that's helping. But some of the details are a lot. It's fine. But it's nice to know that about yourself, like that way I can think maybe someone else would not be bored of this story that I'm telling. It's just that I'm bored of their story. It's a nice ego boost.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Yeah, and speaking of, like, I had started laughing after you said, like, I know you're not a visual thinker, because it sounded like an insult even though it wasn't. I saw this Instagram, too, where someone was saying, like, someone was introducing a performer, saying, like, she's my absolute favorite, and if you haven't seen her before tonight, soon you're about to know why. Like, you're about to know why she's my favorite. But because of the sentence, it was like, you're about to know why you haven't seen her before.
Yes. And then you'll never want to see her again.
Exactly. It's like, I really liked that, too.
Yes.
Okay, so for gladiolus, it's like when there are multiple blooms in a situation I'm making, then I will just make like a couple of variants and then just duplicate them because no one's gonna know. How are they gonna know? But yeah, it's like sometimes when I'm making these in 3D, I really need to do more than just the one single bloom. I need to show the whole effect because if I just did the one little thing of a gladiolus thing right there, if that was the only thing I was doing, it'd be like, well, why is the meaning like you pierce my heart? It doesn't look anything like a whatever. It just looks like a petunia. But, you need to look at the whole structure of what's on the stem.
I see.
Just like, I think I had the same thing with monkshood. It's like, that was also really distinctive only when it was in a group. Although monkshood was weird because it had such odd petals. Like, they were all different shapes. Like, the little ones below, medium ones, and then a huge hood over the top of it. Monkshood's funny. Gladiolus is more uniform.
We got Felicity a watch to wear when she goes to school, and we were testing it out today at church so she could be away from us. And I sent her a little text while she was in Sunday school. It was just like a tester thing, like, are you and Avery okay? And she didn't even respond the whole time. It's like, oh, I didn't even feel it buzz. Oh my goodness, this is defeating the purpose of getting but it's like I'm not really worried about texting her and her answering me. I just want her to be in a situation where she is freaked out and she needs me. Now she knows to turn to the watch, right? So I don't think it's a down the drain kind of thing yet. Yeah, and just for the folks at home who are curious, like, we weren't raised with Apple Watches or whatever when we were young. We got a cell phone that we shared between the two of us when we were in middle/high school. So it's like, it wasn't a concern. It never mattered. But this generation, it's like there are different expectations, and it's like we didn't matter at first, but then Michelle was doing summer camps. She was substituting in one day, and there was a scenario where some kid, he like jammed his tooth into his lip or something and it really hurt, but everyone in charge did not call his parents. It's like they had to go through the chain of command and like call the main supervisor over from a different location. So she drove over to see if it was a big enough concern to call his parents, but it was like he was really upset and it hurt. I don't know. So it's just like Shell didn't appreciate that sort of mentality being applied to her kids. Yeah. I would never want someone to say, like, oh, no, Felicity, you're fine, you can make it. Like, no, if she wants me, I will be there. You cannot stop her. Or me. I'll burn the city to the ground!
Oh my gosh! Slay your enemies!
But anyways, I don't really like technology for kids, but I feel like this one, it doesn't have games. All it's going to be for is for her to be able to call me and her dad, and for us to be able to call her, and texting is super limited as well. So I feel like it's not super technological, it's just for us.
In middle school for me, so high school for you, there was that one phone company, I think it was Cricket, where it's like you only pay for minutes. It was like a minute, what is it? Paid per minute plan?
Yeah.
I feel like there was a different word for that. Pay by the minute. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I just remember those commercials. It was always, where you at?
That's right.
They had some, like, people used to have some good commercials. They were so quotable.
Yes. I wonder if they still do was it Verizon? Can you hear me now? Oh, but then he moved to Sprint.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Dromedary.
I know, and I think he still used that same catchphrase. It's like, you don't own me or the catchphrase. Wow. I'm going to use it in any phone company I decide to work for.
Gosh, what a power move. Gosh, there was one phone, okay, because this isn't so relevant anymore because I'm pretty sure my phone plan is just like, it's free, it's unlimited minutes for a price, whatever. But I remember it used to be a discount on nights and weekends, and nights started for a lot of phone plans at 9 p.m. And I remember this one phone company, it might have been Verizon, I don't know, but they had this whole thing of being like, 7 p.m. to just indicate their nights
they were
were
better.
Yeah. And I still think about that. Every time it's 7 around here, it's in my mind. They can't get out of my head.
Sticks with you.
Gosh. Where Are You At, though? I didn't end up liking that one a lot because one of my classmates / friends in 7th grade used that a lot. And it was just like, take a gentle hint. Like,
Aww.
You can't find us because you're such a mean person. No one wants to hang out with you.
Oh my gosh.
This was that one friend. The one friend who was being around her was like torture. She was so mean. She started to fight every day. And I'll quack it, but it's...
Oh, okay.
Like, it was so hard. And it's like, my little group of friends, we just clumped in with her because we were more including of everybody. And she really took advantage of that. And she was just mean soul.
Where you at?
It's like, we found a good place away from you this morning. Just don't text me.
I guess Felicity was hearing someone talk about Fortnite. So she was mentioning it tonight. She's like, Fortnite sounds like a fun thing. I don't know what it is, but it sounds fun.
She has impressions of things. Everything is... I don't know, it's like... if she sees anything, like a quick glimpse of anything on your phone, like, oh, I saw that picture, it was so pretty. It's like, literally, what of it did you see? Like, I want her to describe anything, because it's like her gut reaction is just like, what a beautiful, it's like, yes. Was there a figure standing? Like, did you see that?
So I had carrots and hummus.
Okay.
Trying to get the kids to eat some carrots and hummus with me. And it was like torture of this carrot. So I was like, okay, let me try and make carrots into some carrot cake. So I did, and the first step was food processor with all the carrots. And that's the only ingredient I have so far. And I put it into a bowl after I food processed it. She comes over like, that looks really good. Like, get away from me. You didn't want it as a plain form, but now that it's all chopped up, it looks delicious. She's like, and it smells good. Like, no.
Oh my gosh. Her with smells. She invents smells.
Yeah.
It's like, because they have scented markers, but it's like, it now is the habit that she will smell any colorable thing. So, like, we were at a restaurant. She had some wax crayons, you know. She's like, it smells like cinnamon. It's like, because we're near the kitchen, probably. Or, I don't know. It's like, it does not. I don't say that to her. I don't want to stifle her. But in my head, there's a lot of, like, what could it possibly be smelling like?
And then Avery started to say this thing, and I'm not sure what it came from. Maybe you know, but he's saying it like this. He says, I hate to tell you this.
No.
I hate to tell you this. And then it's like this big long pause. Like he's got to figure out what he wants to say. And then it could be anything. Like, not even like I'm going to tell you something, but like a question or anything. But he's got to start, I hate to tell you this.
That must have started just this week, and I've not heard it at all.
Okay.
That's like Felicity's Just So You Know.
Uh-huh.
Gosh, he found one. He found one unique to him.
If it's just this weekend, maybe it was from the movie? I don't know.
Yeah, track it down.
We started watching Willoughby's yesterday, and they were super into it, but I took a nap. So I don't know what's going on. But I heard lots of like gasping and laughing, and so they were super into it. It's more than other things in the recent watchings. So maybe it's from that. I'll have to check it out.
Is not Willoughby's the thing that Eric recommended to us years ago?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Eric, we finally got around to it.
We did.
That was Avery's first birthday, wasn't it? That he recommended.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what, Eric? We can't always do it right away, but we will keep our promises.
Yeah, I was so sleepy yesterday. I had my book out and I was reading my book, but then I was like, I couldn't even read my book. I was just so sleepy. So it was on. They were enjoying it. I heard their laughter, and their comments and stuff. Like, what are they doing now? I was like, oh, I'm just sleeping. I hate to tell you this.
I love that. I love it. Yeah, because if that operates the same way as Just So You Know, it's like Felicity started saying that and she was on it for like months and months. She still says it these days, but not quite as much. It was like before, it was every sentence started that way, and it was often like it was never for the reason you would say Just So You Know. It was like, oh, just so you know, Grandma, can we play dogs? Like, that's not a Just So You Know, that's a question.
Yeah. This week we are going to get passports for me, updating mine, and then getting the kids their first ones.
Ooh.
For no reason at all.
Yeah. Just for the potential.
But it puts a timeline on us. Like, okay, we have 5 years until the kids expire, so we need to do something with them, or it wasn't worth it to get them.
Yeah. I mean, 5 years is good. That's reasonable to be like, all right, we could just go to France in 2.5 years, and then we will have made it worth it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like I want to go to Canada just because of reading all these Louise Penny books.
Yes.
I just feel a little bit of curiosity about it.
What's the best part of Canada? Where should we go visit as tourists?
Yeah.
Tell us in the comments.
As folks who do not speak French.
Yes.
I feel like we'd face more judgment in Canada for not speaking French than we would for not in France, you know?
And if we are driving it, hopefully you're going to say somewhere above Montana.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Because I don't really want to go over... I would like to see Niagara Falls someday, but I don't really want to do that. And drive myself. You can make it a plane trip. And then hire a driver. Hire an RV driver so we can just like lounge in the back and hang out. And
that's probably a thing.
Yeah.
I feel like someone would... You could post about that on Craigslist. That seems like the source to get that kind of a weird thing.
Would we want someone off Craigslist?
People are just people.
Okay.
No matter how small.
New Craigslist campaign. They're just people.
Don't be creeped out. Yeah, there have been some weird things happening on Craigslist. Don't judge all the people.
Like 1 and 2.
Yeah. What, are you going to go around judging 100% of the people? You should only judge 50%.
So rude.
Yeah. Gosh. Gladiolus was kind of irritating because there were all these little leaves connecting each element to the stem. And so I couldn't just kind of like put the thing close to the stem and be like, you get it, don't you? Like, no, I had to put a little leaf too.
It's kind of like putting together a whole bouquet.
Oh.
Had to think about like what sounds right in my head. Don't say that one. Say the other one.
Oh no, you don't. I think you can just say bouquet. I think it's normal.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. You were
I'm
the one who
second guess myself for the rest of my life, so I'm gonna just try and conform like a pop soda girl.
Oh, you were the one who had said you did the research on that word and said both versions.
I didn't do the research. I guess I did do that research, and I saw it was both fine. But just hearing people say words, I hear more bouquets than bouquet. Anyway, you're putting it together like a bouquet, and do you feel like a flower designer?
Sort of. I have tried to say something like this in the past, and I've had to cut it out of the voiceover because it sounds so dumb.
Oh no.
And like heretic, blasphemous. It's like, it just feels very godly.
Oh.
To do this, it's like the creator, you know? Mm-hmm. It feels like I'm creating this thing, and that's what nature is doing. But it's like, I'm doing it so deliberately just for one scene of it. But it's like, nature does that all the time.
Yes, that's like Hunger Games. Or,
ooh, yeah.
Or like Truman Show a little bit. Yeah. But more Hunger Games. They designed it, and they're just like, put it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is a very godly feeling. But yeah, speaking of words that might have two pronunciations or don't, but I was having a similar thing about, I want to say nostalgic, but I think that you should say nostalgic, and that's what I hear most of the time. But it's like I hear nostalgic with that A sound enough that I feel like it's okay, but I don't know. You said it, and I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, and then I hear the difference now, but
I don't know
how I say it. I can't think...
I know how you say it.
How do I say it?
It's the whole reason I even looked it up.
Oh,
because
no.
You said nostalgic. And I was like, ooh, how embarrassing for her to be wrong. Oh, no. But no, nostalgic is the more textbook pronunciation. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, I don't know if nostalgic is even allowed. But I'm going to keep saying it, I think, because it's just... I've tried to conform, and I'm not going to... It's really hard. Yeah, I liked doing this. Sometimes it's hard to figure out what you're going to do with the petals, how you're going to achieve the look. Because it's, you know, like the very edges of them are that darker color. But they do bleed out into the middle. And so I just needed to find the right way to achieve it. And I was happy. And even though this took quite a while and I cut out most of the footage of it, it's like I was content with having, ta-da, done it, you know?
Beautiful.
Sometimes that's the hard part, is just like trying to workshop how I'm going to do it. And that can take a while, and it's so irritating because it's like I'm not even starting the real process of doing it yet. I'm just trying to test things out. So it's always a relief when I figure out how I'm going to do it, even if it'll take a few hours.
You said pronunciation. And you can say pronunciation.
Oh, no.
But you pronounce a word.
Yeah.
Those words really irritate me. I read one where it was...
I was nervous. I was like, no. Is it supposed to be pronunciation?
No,
you can't do this to me.
It just reminded me of another one I was reading in my book where they're saying someone was so solemn. And then later it was like solemnity.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I don't like that.
Yeah.
How many others are there that you can find right away?
Nope. Nope. But I can think of ones that are the same. It's like melancholy and then melancholic. Like those did stay the same.
Yeah.
They match. I wonder what the rationale is. The inventor of words.
Yeah.
Gosh, I tried to look up a list of commonly mispronounced words to see if we could have some fun, but they were all silly ones, like zebra. It's like, no, It just depends on what country you're from. Like, I'm not going to judge someone for saying zebra if they're from a different country.
Yes.
And then I think other ones were like, aubergine or something. It's like, so just words that you don't have much occasion to say them to begin with, so it's hard to think of how they're pronounced. Like, that's not... I wouldn't count that. So it wasn't a good list. I couldn't find a good one. But I did find a good one of tongue twisters.
Ooh.
I forgot to print it out because I was so focused on just making sure I had the gladiolus explanation ready.
Well, we'll do this next time then.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for the rest of this year, well, starting with August and then until the end of July next year, I'm going to be doing 2 flower videos a month just to get all the birth month flowers.
Ooh.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Gosh, it's fun to see what you thought of it in the beginning and then how you feel about it after watching the whole process. And it's like, I love it even more now. Anyway.
Would you marry it?
I'm already married.
Oh, darn. Sorry, gladiolus. You pierced its heart.
Now we know what it means. All right, thanks for watching. Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum, bum.